Boom! Welcome to another episode of History Revisited, going through metal detecting, history and the great outdoors. The hell gone American all of a sudden. Coming over like a Tim Westwood, a British guy that actually sounds like an American. What I'm doing with the channel, as everyone's going forward, getting the newest, latest and most fantastic machines, I'm going the other way. I'll be going back, trying out the major machines like the Deus One, the ETRAC, the Explorer SE, the CTX 3030, amongst other detectors. I'm going back and I'm going to do some performance tests and I'm going to do some hunting tests with them, hunts with them. A lot of these machines, now the one that I've got to show you now is, I used to watch Ponguru years and years back, and the machine he used, I always wanted one. Now, I've been over about 5 hours getting adjusted to see what the buttons do and all that lot, and figuring stuff out. Been over some tests, test garden, stuff like that, just for my own learning curve. So it'll just be good to see. A lot of great stuff we've found with single frequency machines. This multi-frequency's come out now, and it's the new tech. But not saying that a £400 machine that worked years ago can't still do what it used to do. The new addition is the Minelab ETRAC. It came out 2009. I think it lasted about 10-13 years, and still is until they stopped shipping them out, making them. It's got some real weight to it, but all the weight does seem to be on this back end, and it is, with the 11-inch coil, it is quite well balanced. But I primarily got this as a deep seeking machine for my pasture, quiet pasture, which Victorians and George III's are coming up at 9 inches. And I've picked this just because I've always liked what I've seen about it. You've got to slow your recovery speed down to about 3 or 4 seconds sweep each way. But because it can take an 18-inch coil, I've got the 15-inch coil on order from Spinner Disc, which I can use my History Revisited UK code, and for a 15-inch coil D-Tech, about 150 quid. Coils nowadays, what are they, 250, 350? So I picked this up in great condition for 400 quid. £400. It was either this or pay 1,800 for the Manticore. So I'm going backwards. I'll be getting the Xterra 750. I'll be getting that. I'll be picking up for 200 quid. I can show you. And I've missed out on a lot because I only started detecting 3 years ago, 3 years ago. But I have been watching it for a long time, and I watched it to learn, and I'm just really interested in it, but I never did it. Part and parcel of that was getting permission, and I didn't know about group digs and stuff like that. So I'm here, and I'm making up for lost time. I'm going back to the future, like McFly, you know. Anyone home, McFly? Anyone home? I'm still American, aren't I? Tim Westwood in the house. So I'll just go over, introduce you to the new detector. Now, it is a heavy machine. It comes in about 3 or 4 pounds, so it's like 3 DS2s. But like I say, the balance is good with the 11-inch coil. It probably will be totally different once I put the 15-inch coil on. So there's quite a lot of settings, but I've been through it and I've got quite accustomed to it, to be honest. Now this pattern here, this pattern is for relic and deep hunting. I have put a bit of discrim in. Now this discrim pattern here, oh, that's not the best, is it? Will stop faulting on deep iron, hopefully. So I'll be using this a lot because this is my deep seeker machine, a hard hunter, I suppose. And you can change your patterns. That's to start wraparound effect. That pattern I've come up with. Now discrimination patterns, they've got quite a few. So I've got pattern 1, which is the iron. This pattern here is for silver. If I just want to go out and just dig the silver, that pattern will come in. And with the threshold level, what I've done, I've gone through all my silvers, over 100, 200 silvers, over about 150 silvers, and I've created this pattern through it, even with a small Lizzie. That'll come in as well. So yeah, that covers that. That covers that, and you can see how sweet I've got that set. As if you come down to the threshold level, you can change the pitch. I do like the pitch hold on it compared to the smooth, which is a bit like a pinpointed sound. I mean, I'm hardly moving that. I'm hardly moving that coin, and it's picking that up. So you've got the smooth there. I do like the pitch. You can have the long, which is covering most of the coil. Normal response. Oh, I do like that, to tell you the truth. What's the difference between that and the pitch hold? Quite similar, but I will put that on normal. We've got the gain, tone ID. I'll always use multi. Conduct sounds, because you can change between ferrous and conduct sounds. Variability, that means in the multi, there's more variation in the tone. Hammered, frequency, there's more variation in the audio. The higher you have that. So I've got that max 30 limits. I'm just going through this pretty quick. So if you go over now, you've got recovery deep off. So it's recovery setting. Response time, which I'll turn it on once we've got the recovery fast. So I'm going to do some tests. I am going to do some benchmark tests with it. Trash density, high or low. Ground, difficult, neutral. Noise cancel. This detector is a FBS, so it's full band spectrum. It runs from 1.5, which is what I'm liking about it, right up to 128 frequencies between them. Now, it all depends on the noise cancel. Now, I do believe from my research that to make sure you're getting a 1.5, your manual noise cancel to 1. And if it's chatty, you just drop the sensitivity back. So yeah, there's going to be a few tricks and hints and tips on it that I've learned off other people, and just picked up the detector, learn off other people, and then pass it over to anybody that's viewing my channel. And that's just your general settings. So I always thought, looking back, that it wouldn't be a detector that I get at first, and there is nothing too complicated in it, to be honest, compared to the newer detectors. The Deus 2 has started getting a lot of features. The Legend has got probably the detector that I've used that has got the most features, being able to change stability, stuff like that. The IF on the Legend is a lot more customizable than any detector I've seen or used. So yeah, that's the new edition. I'm looking forward to going over my pasture. I've got some fields that I had a Queen Anne up, I've had Hammards up and stuff like that. Now, them fields have been there for a lot longer than they are. I'm near the Pennines, so stuff does sink because of ground moisture. And it's going to find stuff. It's going to find stuff. With this though, It's not as much as the 4-inch stuff. I want to see if this is a deep seeking machine, and we're going to find out, and then we'll move on to the next. Yeah, the E-Track, it's got good, it's the step up from the Explorer Pro, is it? SE Pro. It's a step up from that, but then it's the CTX, came out the same year this stopped, was it? It might have been. Or did it come out the same year? I'm not too sure, but it's Minelab. And I haven't used a Minelab machine, so my first Minelab machine is the E-Track. So yeah, look out for a future video of tests and hunts using E-Track. We will do some separation tests, depth tests. I'll get it in the test garden. I've got a 1920-inch hard down there, the Days 2, unless you're in relic mode, and the Legend. Just get it. We'll see what this does. All right, so I'll see you on the next video.